week I'll be going upstairs and downstairs to find stories to make you laugh. First things first, Adam Bolton's turned into a rapper.
This does represent.
Check it! It's all going down at Sky. Have you seen what they get paid?
Sex and biscuits.
It's quite a nice blowjob and a custard cream. Num, num, num. What do you make of that, Eamon?
Very sad and rather grubby.
I'll tell you what, it's easy to get lost in the White House.
Tonight, after nearly 100 years of talk and frustration.
What a week he's had. Passes the healthcare bill, reduces nuclear weapons. Well done, Obama. Sorry.
Mr. Long-legged Mac Daddy.
Did you see this shocking article from the Times? Vienna Boys Choir caught up in sex abuse scandals. Did you see who wrote it? Roger Bruce. So, the BA strike rumbles on.
The 4-day walkout by cabin crew continues into its third day. Despite political pressure from Gordon Brown and David Cameron this weekend, both BA and the Union Unite have yet to schedule talks to try to end the dispute, which is over pay and conditions.
You should have heard my dad. Pay and conditions? Anyone can hand out peanuts. And my mum genuinely went, I tell you who couldn't. Abu Hamza. He'd be rubbish, wouldn't he? Do you want a peanut? You've dropped it, Abu. The problem the strikers have got: firemen on strike, trouble. Nurses on strike, trouble. BA on strike, EasyJet. The BA staff are angry with Chief Executive Willie Walsh. The trouble is, when I heard them chanting this...
Willie, 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 out, out, out.
That's exactly what I did, right? Giggling, naked in front of the telly, and then it dawned on me, I miss my girlfriend. And I need some curtains. I'm not sure the strike will work. Let's be honest, we don't listen to the cabin crew when we're on the plane. Remember that, excuse me, sir, you have to turn your phone off, it could bring down the plane. Bollocks! If that were true, why have I never heard of a suicide bomber going, everybody get down! Or I swear to God I'll text my mum! So, who's been in trouble down under?
Hamilton had apparently performed a burnout, followed by a fishtail, right in front of police.
He was pulled over by Victoria Police, charged with improper use of a vehicle.
Improper use of a vehicle? That's not improper use of a vehicle. This is. I'll tell you what, the Stig's fallen on hard times. How do you get out of that situation? Just... bloody hell, it's windy. As if Australians will care. They have a fairly relaxed attitude to health and safety. Don't serve cars. You've just shown me exactly how to do it. So, what's been happening?
Today there's been one budget measure that's getting people fired up. It's a surprise 10% duty hike on cider.
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 Singing cider.
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 Fighting cider.
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 Sleeping cider.
$1.99. You drunk that lot? $1.99. You'd be completely smashed.
I haven't known anger like this in the West Country since Whatever, to be honest, you can't be angry with an accent like that. I'm absolutely livid. Don't laugh, you lot. I've just been burglarised. It's true. Check out this guy.
And now they're putting the price of cider up as well. They're taking they're having a laugh, aren't
They're having a laugh. It's like he's going to go, you may take our lives, but you'll never take our pasties. Get served! Apparently, cider's gone up in price because it makes you fight. Ridiculous. How does cider make you violent? My uncle drinks it and he finishes every single sentence with, all right, my lover. What's he going to do, cuddle me to death? The problem is, if you tax cider, then people will turn to homebrew, and that stuff is vicious. You could forget how to walk. You run into walls? You can even convince yourself that you're an Olympic diver.
When Joe Biden whispered something indiscreet in the president's ear, the president was deeply offended. The president, that is, of the No Cussing Club.
I was really disappointed that our vice president of the whole United States actually said this.
I was sitting in the schoolyard.
17-year-old McKay Hatch is on a mission to clean up America's language. The California teen has written songs.
Don't cuss. Don't cuss.
He's printed posters, published a book. Now he's sending the vice president a T-shirt and a cuss jar.
I think I speak for everyone in this room when I say, what a king. What's the point of being a teenager and not swearing? It's like having a couple of hours in your house alone and not putting your willy between your legs and pretending to be a lady. We've all been there. Don't act like you've not done it. It's brilliant, isn't it? You're like, oh, look, yes, hello. I would shag you. Look at you, I'd shag you. I'm a lady. I'm a bulldog. I'm a lady. I'm a bulldog. How long have you been there, Mum?
Long enough. Do you want to see my impression of a man?
No! A ban on swearing, it's left some people quite upset.
I'm so pissed off right now, I had to put some fucking pants on!
Swearing lets off steam. Have you heard the kids' alternative?
You get someone kicks you in the shin when you're wrestling around with your friends and your brothers. What do you yell out?
Farfignugan.
What?
Farfignugan.
Farfig? That sounds like something Hitler would shout during a tricky shit. You're right, Adolf. Farfignugan! What's on this kid's iPod? Farfanugan, I won't do what you tell me. Farfanugan, I won't do what you tell me. It's ridiculous. There's nothing wrong with swearing. Right, Stephen?
The sort of twee person who thinks swearing is in any way a sign of a lack of education or of a lack of verbal interest or is just fucking lunatic.
A school in Worcestershire has been criticised for staging the mock shooting of a teacher as part of a role play session.
Children burst into tears when they thought a teacher had been shot on the school field, but the reenactment was just part of a science lesson.
Holy shit! They pretended to shoot a teacher because they were doing a science lesson. What do they do for RE? Nail a kid to a cross. Next, kids, history. Now, Henry VIII was quite the womanizer. And to demonstrate, I'm going to eat some chicken here while Mrs. Martin, hello, gives me a blowjob. Now suck my royal dick.
Most of the pupils cottoned on pretty quickly to what was happening.
And the ones that didn't shat themselves.
They were all taken into the school assembly hall. It was explained to them what had happened, and the supposed victim, Mr. Kent, was brought on to a great standing ovation.
If those kids weren't hysterical when he was shot, they'll be cacking it when he reappears. Hello! Ah! Mr. Kemp's a zombie!
High school great Britain, but I don't know if I love or hate Britain.
Have you heard about the latest UN ambassador?
Jerry Halliwell famously became a UN ambassador back in the 90s, while another star is following in her footsteps, becoming a Goodwill ambassador too. R&B singer Craig David will be speaking out against tuberculosis.
Yes, this is the news that Craig David is the new UN ambassador for tuberculosis. Poor bastards, as if they're not suffering enough. And the worst thing is they'll be too weak to tell him to fuck off. How's he going to raise awareness for TB? Sing about it. I met this girl with TB on Monday. Unfortunately, she died on Tuesday. But we was making love on Wednesday, and on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. I was in jail on Sunday. Wouldn't it be rough if he went over there to South Africa and they went, "You're not Craig David, where's your kestrel? And what happened to your big wobbly jaw?" So, how is Craig David going to get the message across?
The possibility of saving people's lives through my voice of music is what I'm here today. Obviously, in my concerts, and I can show montages and footage.
Oh my God, as if the gig isn't bad enough. That was a crap song, and before the next crap song, is some people dying. It's all going down in the world of music. R&B legend Akon has been banned from Sri Lanka.
People got so upset about an upcoming Akon show in Sri Lanka, they started throwing stones. They're upset because they say the singer has desecrated an image of Buddha in one of his music videos.
You don't want to piss off Buddhists. I've seen their monks and they are rock hard. Amazing. You don't get that on Songs of Praise. Akon has been banned from Sri Lanka for having a video of girls dancing in front of a giant Buddha. I was surprised. Buddha looks like the kind of guy who'd love that. Look at him. Now, this is my theory. I don't think the Buddhists were angry about the video. I just think they think his music's shit. I'm still It's not music, it sounds like Orville being fingered. hate mainstream R&B. Every video's the same, innit? Some dead-eyed woman bogling in front of a car, and it's all so arrogant. It's just bragging. I pull out my wang, I stick it in my honey, I bang her ass on a big bed of money. She comes 50 times, I'm a hot romancer. While she sucks my dick, I make a cure for cancer. But we can't connect with that. I can't connect with that. What I want to know, why do we never see insecure rappers? I don't like guns or knives and shit. I can't talk to women, let alone commit. I crap my pants when I start performing. I worry every night about global warming. Now, I love doing this show because I get to say things like this out loud. Did you hear the story about the vegan who went to a shop and started stabbing meat?
An Indiana man goes on a bizarre rampage at a supermarket, apparently in the name of vegetarianism. This 911 call was placed as Anthony Kaufman ran down the meat aisle with a hunting knife.
We have a gentleman here cutting into the meat, throwing it onto the floor.
I bet you money they thought that was a prank call. A sausage stabber in the meat aisle. Oh, he's got a huge weapon, has he? Very funny, pervert, very funny.
He reportedly told employees he was on a mission from God and that he was trying to save little girls from eating beef, a meat he blames for making them fat.
God really does move in mysterious ways. I love the idea he's in heaven. Psst, nip down Tesco and stab some meat. Oh my God, he's doing it, Gabriel. I can't believe it. This is even better than the time I told that guy to cut down carbon emissions. Every time we show it, keeps getting funnier. Talking of old bangers, here's a story you don't see every day.
In their twilight years, these pensioners look anything but dangerous. However, when their combined savings of €2.5 million were lost in risky investments, they took it out on their financial advisor.
Took it out? They kidnapped him and beat him up.
Unexpectedly, this is the ringleader, 74-year-old Roland Manfred Kay.
We shouldn't laugh. But did you see the financial advisor's quote? They bound me with masking tape until I looked like a mummy. It took them quite a while because they ran out of breath. The trouble is, when I heard about this story, I couldn't help but imagine this. How many looks you get when you film that during the day. Luckily, the financial advisor escaped.
Eventually, the banker managed to send a message to call the police, who stormed the address.
Again, another choice quote. A physician had to be on hand to help his captors into police vans because of their various infirmities. Fear not, though, these evil biddies have been put away.
Roland Manfred Kay was given a 6-year prison sentence, his friend Willem D 4 years, but the group has achieved notoriety in Germany. They're now known in the media as the Pensioner Gangsters.
They don't muck around with nicknames in Germany. But should we call these pensioners who are gangsters? The Pensioner Gangsters! So we've had meat mutilation in America, we've had pensioner gangsters in Germany. What's been happening here in the UK? A policeman has stolen a Henry Hoover during a drugs bust. I can't wait to see this on Crime Watch. Just a blacked out Henry. It was awful. He made me have a threesome with a Dyson. My favourite bit of the story was the reason why the son suggested he took the Hoover. Because his middle name is Henry. Maybe the cop was trying to rescue Henry from the squalor of a drugs den. Then again, maybe Henry loved it.
I was gonna clean my room until I got high.
Now, this is the part of the show I genuinely don't know anything about. There's going to be a mystery guest who's been in the news, and I have to figure out who that person is. So please welcome my mystery guest. Nice to meet you, man. What's your name?
Buddy Ward.
Buddy Ward. Okay, nice to meet you, man. Don't take this wrong, but instantly I'm thinking cider.
Cider?
Yeah, because cider's been in you, and you look...
You're trying to say I'm a pisshead?
No, I'm not saying that. So what have you been in the news this week?
You want to know why I've been in the news this week?
I would love to know why you've been in the news this week. Suddenly, all the things I did earlier.
Why I've been in the news this week is because I'm 75 years old.
Hey.
I'm going to be the oldest wrestler ever to wrestle, and it's going in the Guinness Book of Records.
Fantastic.
On Saturday night this week at Ellesmere Port Civic Hall, my own hometown. Do you want to be the referee?
I'd love to be the referee. Who are you fighting? Can I actually...
Johnny Saint.
Oh, he's good.
Have you heard of Johnny Saint?
I haven't, but I've seen him on the... bus.
What are you friend? What are you friend of?
Johnny Saint and you. Can I be in your corner? I'd like that. That'd be fun, man. Bit of water. Werthers. Bit of water. Werthers. Don't. What's the cake? Don't beat me up. Yeah, look, everyone just wants to see you beat me up, so let's just... Let's just do it, yeah. Come on. We've got to wait. Wait for the cameras to come on.
Oh.
It's one of the... Right. What do your family make of this?
They think I'm crackers.
Do they? Does your wife come to watch you?
Which one?
Okay.
6 wives.
You've got 6 wives?
I had 6 wives, yes.
And your current wife, does she come and watch you?
I've never wrestled in 31 years.
Wow, so this is your first time?
First time in 31 years.
So what made you come out of retirement?
I was shaving myself on New Year's Eve.
Which is a wonderful start to any story. God, I love you.
And?
Yeah, and, of course an and.
I thought, why not wrestle at Ellesmere Civic Hall on this Easter Saturday?
So it's where exactly? Say again, so that we can get people to come and watch you. That'd be amazing.
Ellesmere Civic Hall on Saturday the 3rd of April, which is this week.
This week. There will also be a raffle.
A raffle, yeah. How do you know that?
I just imagine.
There'll be a raffle, yes, for life folk.
There'll be a raffle. And there'll be party games, won't they?
Yes. And you're going to be the referee.
I'm going to be the referee.
And he's going to be the...
And I'm going to be dressed in a mankini. Can I have a look at your cape? It's got to be a good job where you get to go to work wearing a cape. It's got your full name here. It says Buddy Ward.
Well, show them.
All right. But then I can't read it. Why haven't you got like a wrestler name? Got yourself Buddy Ward.
Yes.
It sounds a bit porn starry to me, isn't it? You know.
Some of them in that bloody list.
But we need an updated name. Can I give you a new name?
Yes, you want to, yeah.
Right, with the help of the audience, let's give him a new wrestler name. Do you fancy this? We need the first.
Pensioner Gangster.
The Pensioner Gangster. Hoodie Killer. I quite like that.
Hoodie Killer, that's a good. We need to get rid of three dollars, don't we?
The Wrinkly Muscle. That feels like it. Yeah.
Thank you very
That's
much.
it, man. That is your name. That is your name. Look at that. Buddy Ward, the Wrinkly Muscle. Good luck, everyone. Check this out from Denmark.
This is kind of sick. A lot of people will think it's sick. A Danish artist who admits to being bored, well, she decided to take some photos of her baby daughter.
Bloody hell, yet another baby photo. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. She dressed her baby up as Hitler. This is it. To show there's evil inside all of us. Imagine peeking in that pram. What a lovely fucking Wait, look, he's just learned his first word. Genocide. Come to think of it, a pram must have looked like this. I think it's risky dressing your baby up like that. I mean, God forbid, what if your baby was kidnapped? What was she wearing? Have you ever seen Dad Tommy? Or maybe what was she wearing? Just a nappy. But between you and me, they look like the kind of sick bastards that would dress up a baby like Hitler. It wasn't just the Fuhrer. The artist dressed her daughter up in other costumes. There was Saddam Hussein. There was Joseph Stalin. And there was Idi Amin. Now, have you heard the unusual way Taiwan is trying to boost its population? They're offering $1 million Taiwanese for a catchy slogan to boost the island's dwindling birth rate. Taiwan basically wants a slogan to get people making babies. Well, here are my suggestions. Number 1, get her pregnant. It's easy peasy, Taiwanese. Next, The future hinges on cocks and minges. And finally, don't go the way of the dinosaurs, have some Taiwanosaurus sex. Do you reckon there's someone in Taiwan going, I'm not so sure about those, Russell. Really not sure. And if I was considering doing this voice in a comedy show, I probably wouldn't do it. Because people get weirded out, don't they? I mean, I know it sounds like me. You know it sounds like me. But they don't. Because if you do the Welsh accent, there's no problem, innit? Everyone's having a laugh. But if you don't mind, everybody's awkward. Which makes them the racists. Slogans are rubbish. What they want to do is have a sexy advert like Marks and Spencer's. Christ, every time their food ad comes on the telly, so do I. It's unbelievable. Oh, profiteroles! Mum, turn the telly off! Now, the most impressive invention of this week is probably this. James Bond fan invents flame-throwing scooter. He's a plumber, but he clearly has a lot of time on his hands.
So you think this is just a normal direct bike scooter? Nah, this one's had a better... Which gives it a better list?
Brilliant, isn't it? I bet you money when he sees a traffic warden, he's like, all right, mate, pull my finger. It's pretty impressive, but you can hardly imagine 007 on a moped. You must sneak in unheard, James. Give you the scummiest pond ever. Your code name is Argos, and your contact in Berlin will be called Pound Saver. When you meet her, you'll say, I hear N-Dub's new album is the shit. She'll reply, in it though. But Bond, you'll need a witty one-liner. I've already got one. You drive like I need a blowjob. Badly. What's great about this story is the papers at the beginning of it were like, whoa, look at this, it's incredible. Then on Wednesday, this article appeared. Plumber arrested on firearms charge for having 15-foot flamethrower on back of scooter. Here is a beautiful story about Mick O'Doherty, who heard about the children of Manila who earn their living picking through rubbish and took it upon himself to build them a safe place to play.
When the children arrive on the playground for the very first time, their smiles say it all. For Mick, what started out as a good idea in Ulverston has turned into an emotionally charged personal mission. In sweltering heat, surrounded by pain and suffering, Mick has created an oasis of happiness.
The first rolled up on the dump site, I just couldn't believe my eyes. What was in front of me, it was another planet. But out of that sort of deprivation is these happy people. I sort of lost my wife when I was 29, and of course that had a big impact. And this is the sort of thing that something like this does to you. It's life changing.
For Mick, coming here was a personal mission. He knew he could never change this world. Instead, this world has changed him. He leaves behind a legacy that will help and inspire generations.
Thank you!
Wasn't that beautiful? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday night, which means you're watching the extra show, which also means you're about to watch some stand-up comedy. So please welcome to stage the absolute brilliant Mr. Ray Peacock!
That was quite threatening. That was scary. Sorry? Oh, the cameraman what? Oh, your camera is broke and it is making everyone look fat. All right. Well, as long as the people at home know that that is all it is. Shush. It's really nice to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm not even meant to be gigging. I'm meant to be, I'm ill. I've not been well. And, no, it's fine. You can... Please don't worry yourselves with... No, fuck off. I've been genuinely ill in real life, though. In fact, I wasn't even going to do this. And they rang up and they went, do you want to do a gig? And I went, I can't, I'm ill. And he went, no, but it is Russell Hour's Good News. And I went, nevertheless. And they went, no, but the audience will all be there. And I went, right, well, I will do it then. Because I like them. So. And I've got an iPod. Thank you. And other stuff as well. I'll tell you what's actually happened. I'll tell you the truth about what it is, because I've not really spoken about it very much. I was ill last year. What happened was, one night, out of the blue, my left kidney just went, fuck this! I'm not doing kidney stuff anymore. And just stopped. Right? I mean, it was absolutely terrifying. I dropped to my knees. I think I've got quite a high pain threshold normally. But it wiped me out. I just dropped to my knees. And my girlfriend came running in. I shit you not, I've got a girlfriend, right? Honest to God, honestly. I live with her. No, don't, because if she watches it, she'll think something's up. She came running through, and I'm on the floor, and she's going, what has happened? I went, ambulance. And she went, really? I went, yeah, real ambulance, I'm dying. Wipe my hard drive, that's important. Not because of that, I mean, just normal porn. But they called the ambulance came, and see, I believe in the NHS and stuff like that. I'm a big believer in it, but I think I dropped proper unlucky. I got a really bad one, because they came in, the ambulance crew, and they went, what's up? And I'm on the floor going, I don't know. And they went, well, what's wrong? I went, it's hurting. I'm in agony. Right? And they went, well, what do you want us to do? And I was like, can I make it better, please? I'll pay my tax, I promise, right? But they took me to the hospital, because it's the only way they know. And they took me there, and the doctor that saw me, right, and by the way, this is the doctor saying this, not me, so don't be saying that I said this. It's controversial, but it was a doctor who said it, right? And he went, I tell you what, he went, that pain you've had tonight is worse than any possible pain from childbirth. Right? He said, no, it wasn't me. And I said, I went, are you sure? He went, no, defo. In fact, then, right, he went, in fact, I think sometimes they're just whining bitches like that, right? I went, what is that? And he'd gone, he's going, no, I do. Like that's, but the rest of this is true, right? And so I went home. It kind of leveled out. They worked out that my kidneys were working at about 30%. So I was up. My left kidney was 30%. And then about 6 months later, my right kidney had obviously been looking at my left kidney and going, what the fuck is that? That's not doing nothing. I'm doing all of it, look. Pancreas, is it? I don't know, where is there? Look, pancreas, is it? If it is that. I'm stopping as well. Strike. Right? And just stopped as well. Back down on my knees, back to the hospital. And they took it a bit more seriously that time. It was one of those NHS hospitals where they give you multiple choice about what you want to have up with you. And the doctor said, basically, he said, it's either kidney stones or kidney cancer. And I went, well, I've had a lovely day. And I'm going to go for stones on this one, please. Can I have stones? And I still don't know. This is the weird thing about it. I still don't properly know what's wrong with me. Because I'm sure now that I'm dying. No doctor said it. I'm sure of it, though. I've decided it. Right? But what's happened since I've put this little sort of death wish thing on myself is I've become fearless. It's improved my life. You think you'd cave in, it's not. It's been amazing because I've now decided I can cause as much trouble as I want because by the time it goes to court, I'll be dead. I mean, in a way, by the time this is broadcast, I might be dead, so I could just ruin this if I want. Fuck. Saying fuck on telly. Fuck. See? Easy. Right? But what I've done, I got barred. Wait till you hear this. I got barred last year, and you're all going to be thinking it's going to be a pub or a club or something. No. I got barred from the London dungeon. Which, by the way, takes some doing. Are you familiar with the London dungeon? Okay, if you're not, what it is, it's a ghost train in London without a train in it. It's very, very popular. It's a really good day out. And also, we made it a very good day out. I think we added a lot to it. Me and my friend Ed went to it, Ed's my best friend, I would say. I hope he doesn't mind me saying that. But what it is, you go in a queue, first of all, outside. You queue for half an hour, and then you go through the door, you queue for another 15 minutes or something, then you pay, and then you queue again, and I'm still there going, what is this? And Ed's going, no, is it not good? I'm like, I could stand in the dark at home. And he went, no, it gets better. And it fucking does. Right? It really, really does. Because they've got all actors in there, playing characters from history and stuff, just ones they've made up, I suppose. And the first thing that happened, they opened the door, you go around in groups of 20 and stuff, and there was a girl stood there in all olden days dress, and she went, I am from the 16th century, right? Without missing a beat, me and Ed just went, whoa! No way! How? What's happened? Are you stuck? I see a little face going, the 16th century! And we're going, where did you get your glasses from? And got his mobile out and was going, ooh, snake! Right? First warning that was, that early. And that came from a lady who went, behave, you two. And we were going, no. I am dying. Yeah, he is dying. Right, then, they put us on a boat. And I don't know why. Right? I got all the rest of it. They had the plague and that. I understood that. The Great Fire of London, I got that. And then we were just suddenly on a boat. So, what's this, the Great London Log Flume? When did this happen? Right, and the girl that put us on the ride, we'd already been misbehaving, as I've told you, but the girl, she's quite a hefty girl, she went, oh, you might die on the ride. And me and Ed were going, oh, we better make the most of it then, aren't we? And she's going, oh, no. Right. We'd gone. We were in our log, we were with a load of Swedish tourists, and they were terrified, because it was pitch black, and there was lightning and stuff. It wasn't real lightning. Right? And they were all scared, and me and Ed were going, that's not fair. You can't bring guests to the country and then I would scare them like that. So we decided that we'd break that tension, and we'd done that by singing "It's a Small World After All." Which they loved that. They loved it. Joined in. They couldn't get it right properly. And I know that you're all sat there now going, yeah, but why were you barred? Right, basically, I punched an actor, right? And I will tell you, deliberately. Right? Because what happens is they jump out at you all the time to make you jump and stuff, right? They're going, right, like, oh, bloody hell, look at that. Yeah, oh, piss and shit, look at that, right? And after about 20 of these, I just turned to Ed and went, I'll tell you what, right? Next one of these that jumps out, I'm just going to smack him. Just pretend I couldn't help it. I thought I was under attack. Now, what I will tell you, I'll say first of all, I regret this. In fact, I'm legally obliged to. Up until that point, everyone who jumped out had all been blokes. They had. No matter what you're imagining, it was worse. She was yay big. I know, and I've never hit a woman in my life. It wasn't like proper asking for it. And that sounds wrong. I mean, like in a sexy way, going, "Oh, will you hit us?" And yeah, of course I will, no problem. I don't mean like going, put Top Gear back on. But, yeah, with another me at the window going, "What are you doing? That should work, that advert, I imagine, that should work. That'll probably stop it, won't it, that advert? Anyway, so she jumped out like that, yeah, and I went, oh, Ed straight away went, that was a woman one, that was a woman one. Right, she went down like a sack of shit, like, on the floor. She looked up like the bled so quick. Like, it was like a flag going down. And she's on the floor going, ah, ah, and me straight away, I'm going, yeah, you're right, it is frightening in here, like it. A woman came over who worked there, I presume. Well, I know she did, because she barred us. She came over, she had a suit on and stuff. And by the way, I will normally be confrontational. I will decide to, fight my cause. But on this occasion, I decided to just let it lie a little bit because she came over and she went, "Look, you've got to go." And I went, "I know." And that is not acceptable. I know, no, pinch it, because it's going on your frock. Look. I know that is wrong. We will go happily. Where do we go? Out the fire escape. What do we do? And that's when it got weird, because she went, "Well, no, all the alarms will go off." I went, "Right, what do we do then?" And she went, "Just go through it, but quick." I was like, "What? Just go through it, but quick." And I was like, no, you've seen what we've done when we're allowed to be here. Right, now, if someone in the audience tonight was kicking off, okay, and the staff come over and go, right, you're barred, but you can stay till the end. You've nothing to lose at that point. You'd kick off more, you'd raise your game. And we did. We really... Ed put my head through a window that we thought was plastic, but it was glass. Well, honest to God, he got me for a photo. He went... I was like, oh, shit. Oh, right, Ed, bring me... Because I had like jagged glass around me there. Ed, bring me out slow. Bring me out. No, don't do bumming. That's not funny, because I am stuck in glass. We had to have a woman follow us around to tell other members of the public we weren't the real actors. People are walking around going, "Oh, I'm Jack the Ripper. Oh, I've not done one for ages. I'm right in the mood for it. This is my brother Jack too. Yeah, doing it together. It's gonna be great." So they were barred, proper barred, but it's worth doing though, eh? We got a few years later. We got barred from Louis Tussauds in Blackpool, which is the waxworks on Blackpool Front, because I broke Barack Obama's arm. Honestly, God, they have a tableau set up. I shouldn't even admit this on the telly. Because they might then go, "Look, he's admitted it." Because on the day I was going, "No, it wasn't me." Yeah, it was me. They've got Barack Obama just standing there like that. Not the real one. So, a waxwork of him like that. And they've got the White House behind it and stuff. And you go up and shake his hand. If you ever go there, right, it's great. Louis Tussauds of Blackpool is fantastic. But if you ever go there, right, you can't shake his hand. Right, you have to just hold it and have your photo took. Because I found that out, because I was going, "Oh, look, here's Barack Obama. Hello there, peace to me." Oh, shit. And I was holding it, I just went, Ed. Ed. Come on. I have broke Barack Obama's arm. I am holding it up in his sleeve. And there was all like people queuing, wanting to have the photos took. I was going, "Get rid of him." Ed, oh, it was adorable because he just went, "This one is cancelled." Ladies and gentlemen, you've been absolutely adorable. Thank you for having me. I've been Ray Peacock. Good night. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ray Peacock! His podcast is called Peacock and Gamble. It's very funny. Check it out. That has been this week's good news. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Farewell.
He's back with a brand new episode Thursday at 10:30. And Russell Howard's Good News is looking for your good news. For your chance to get your story into the show, go online to bbc.co.uk/Russell Howard, and you might even get your name in the credits.